Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to this video. In this video we're going to solve a classical coding interview question, FizzBuzz. Write a program that outputs the strings representation of numbers from 1 to n, but for multiples of 3 it should print fizz instead of the number, and for the multiples of 5 print buzz. For numbers which are multiples of both 3 and 5 print FizzBuzz. For example, if you're given n equals to 5, then we have number from 1 to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here 1 is not multiples of 3 or 5, so we'll print the number. 2 is not multiples of 3 or 5, so we print the number 2. Then here 3 is the multiples of 3, so we print here fizz. Here 4 is not multiples of 3 or 5, so we print here the number, and 5 is the multiples of 5, so we print here buzz. For n equals to 5, we have to return this list. If we are given n equals to 15, then we have number from 1 to 15. 1 is not multiples of 3 or 5, so we print here 1, then 2, and here 3 is the multiples of 3, so we print here fizz. 4 is not multiples of 3 or 5, so we print here 4. Then 5 is the multiples of 5, so we printed here buzz. Then 6 is the multiples of 3, so we print here fizz. 7 and 8 is not multiples of 3 or 5, so we printed here 7 and 8. Then 9 is the multiples of 3, so we printed here fizz. Then 10 is the multiples of 5, so we printed here buzz. Then 11 is not multiples of 3 or 5, so we printed here 11. Then 12 is the multiples of 3, so we printed here fizz. Then 13 and 14 is not multiples of 3 or 5, so we printed here the number. And 15 is the multiples of 3 and 5, so we printed here FizzBuzz. If our current number is multiples of 3, then we have to print fizz. If the current number is multiples of 5, then we have to print buzz. And if the current number is multiples of 3 and 5, then we have to print FizzBuzz. So for this given input n equals to 15, we have to return this list. Now how we can solve this problem? We can solve this problem pretty easily. We will run a loop from 1 to the given number, and we will check if the current number is multiples of 3, then we will print fizz. If the current number is multiples of 5, then we will print buzz. If the current number is multiples of both 3 and 5, then we will print FizzBuzz. If the current number is not multiples of 3 or 5, then we will print the number itself. Now let's see the algorithm. First, let's create a list of a string to store the answer. So list of a string, list equals to new array list. Now let's run a for loop for int I equals to 1 from 1 to n. So I less than equals to n, I plus plus. Inside here we're gonna check if I is divisible by 3 and 5. So if I modulus 3 equals to 0 and I modulus 5 equals to 0, if I is divisible by 3 and 5, then what I will do, we will insert to the list FizzBuzz, the word FizzBuzz. So list.add FizzBuzz. Now we're gonna check else if I is divisible by 3. If I is divisible by 3, then we will add to the list the word fizz. If we see I is divisible by 5, if I is divisible only by 5, then we will add buzz to the list. So buzz, otherwise we'll convert the I to string, and we will add the string to our list. So list.add, let's convert the integer I to string, so to string I. At the end we will just return the list. This is the algorithm. This algorithm will take O of n time complexity, where n is the given integer, and it will take O of n space complexity, since we're storing n items to the list. Now let's run this code. It's accepted. Now let's submit it. 99.75% faster. This is the solution to this problem. This is a simple coding question. Thanks for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.